What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another live stream episode of Bravo and Blaze. I'm your host, Jenny Blaze, and we are live streaming for the second time this week to cover everything that's going on in the Bravo TV world since Tuesday. It's only Thursday, and there's so much. Not only that, I am caught up on Love Island USA Season 7, and I am mad at all of you. We will be talking about that as well. We're doing this loud, caffeinated by Rise Mushroom Coffee and unhinged bubblies. So let's spark it, sip it, and let's get into it. We have a quick disclaimer. Everything you hear today is commentary, not fact, not fiction, just unfiltered opinions based on public information that may or may not be 100% accurate. Don't take my word as Bible. I'm just here to vibe, speculate, chat, be cool. Don't be all like uncool, as Countess Luann would say. Before we dive in, the live chat is open. I want to hear your takes. Don't be shy. We're shady, not silent. Follow at Bravo and Blaze everywhere you scroll on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, X, Threads, Facebook, and even Twitch. Subscribe to this YouTube channel at Jenny Blaze and click the bell notification button so you never miss our live messy moments. If you want VIP access to bonus content and BTS, that's behind the scenes for us old folk, BTS Chaos, join us on Patreon, patreon.com/Bravo and Blaze. Sign up for the email list at bravoandblaze.com. Exclusive drops and updates are coming. And if you need to Bravo and Blaze at home, grab your signature lighter at bravoandblaze.com. Okay, we got through all the housekeeping items. Let's see here. Oops. Let's not forget to turn on our chat. There's a slide that shows our beautiful Bravo and Blaze lighters. All right, first, we're going to talk about what to watch. I said this on Tuesday. You all got me binging Love Island USA Season 7. I never thought in a million years I would do this, but here we are. Let me say what's up to Jungle Boogie in the chat. Hey, Jenny, how are you? I'm so behind on the latest. I'm just catching up on Below Deck Med. Not Below Deck Med. And we don't have Love Island USA in the UK. Oh, no. It's okay. I'll do my best to get you all updated because look at this fine-looking gentleman. For those of you who are looking at the visuals here on YouTube, that's Charlie. The things I would do for Charlie. This show has made me a little feral, and it's pretty insane. I feel like when I'm watching this show, I feel a little psychotic. This whole thing is crazy. I don't know how people are supposed to act, but I'm so confused. And I'm disgusted. I'm grossed out the way they exchange bodily fluids so frequently. Ugh, not for me, not for me. And I love Charlie, so I'm sad that he's gone. He's so hot. But I did see, I caught up. I am watching with you all. And they had like this S&M challenge where they brought in new people. And I'm sorry, but I don't know how you're supposed to get to know someone after meeting them in bondage the first time. Maybe I'm a prude. I don't know. I'm like, how this guy has like leather thigh highs on. Are these shoes or boots? What is this? I mean, he looks great, but I can't like focus on trying to connect with someone while we're both dressed like this. That's just me though. Like I said, I can't get to know anyone when they're wearing this the first time I see them. I tweeted. Also, I'm new to Love Island. I didn't know there's a new episode every goddamn day. Not every day. I guess not on Wednesdays, but almost every day. I still don't understand the programming. I guess there's a new episode tonight. Tonight is Thursday. And I saw on Peacock that they drop at 9 p.m. Eastern. So obviously I'll be watching now, mostly because of my FOMO. And that's why I'm mad at you all for making me have FOMO. And on Tuesday, I said, I'm trying to binge. I'm trying to catch up. I was on like episode 6. I think I'm about to catch up to like, I think episode 8 was where everyone was at. But then it's up to like episode 14 or something. I'm like, how is everyone keeping up with this? This is a major commitment. But I guess I'm on the ride. Jungle Boogie said, I think Love Island UK has just started too. I did hear that. I don't know how anyone can watch 2 Love Islands at the same time. That's too much for me. I wouldn't be able to handle it. Even watching one Love Island is too much. Okay, so as a new viewer, I have a lot of questions. Before Huda said that her and Jeremiah did have sex, I was like, are these couples having sex under the covers in the same room as each other? Because they're all coupled up, which is like a technical term. It doesn't really mean what we think it means in the real world. But don't forget, this is a competition. The winners wind up getting money. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, this is a game for money, right? Like, what is everyone's priority? I guess is what I want to know. Are they looking to win the money, or are they looking to find love? And if they find love, is that a higher priority than the prize money? Because for me, I'd be like, this is so not serious. Like, be fucking for real right now. Like, this is not where we're gonna find true love, right? This is a game. So I would be like trying to strategize on how to stay there the longest. I would want to be added like till the very end. Wait until the very end. Maybe some people already built a bond, but whatever. They wouldn't start throwing more people in if everyone was getting married already. So I feel like that is the best strategy, is to just go in as late as possible and just be cool with everyone, be friends with everyone. I don't know, like just try, I guess, flirt, but I don't know. The way Huda's going about it, Hurricane Huda, is scary. Anyways, I did a poll. I asked, are they really having sex under the covers? And 92% of people said yes. Oh my God. This is like, I feel like this is a lawsuit waiting to happen. Is Bethany Frankel watching this show? Ugh, she's annoying, but she would definitely have a field day with this, I feel like. Jungle Boogie said they usually have sex in the hideout, but sometimes in the same room. They're looking to boost their influencer credentials. They rarely stay together after the show. Some contestants come back. Oh, hell no. Those cold sores? I'm glad Charlie is gone because he needs to get away from all the herpes infestation, because he needs to come home to me. I'm in love with Charlie. Okay, what else? Oh, and then also, is it a requirement to wear a thong on Love Island USA? Like, these people are basically naked, and I just feel like legally, if a thong is required, I don't know if you can do that. Can you? What are workforce laws on this? Does anyone know? But I asked, and 83% said yes. 17% said no. Then somebody in like DMs was telling me that I guess they have talked about this before, and it's highly encouraged to be like showing your ass the whole time. Max is here. Yes. Hello, Max. Welcome. Also, so for those who can see the visuals, I put up a GIF of this Star Trek guy giving the finger to a crowd. That is me to all After Sun episodes. I could care less. Why are you wasting my time with this bullshit? What? Wait. Jungle Boogie said minimum clothing and thongs are penciled into the contract. I want to see these contracts. Not paid by anyone is here too. What's up? Oh my gosh. I am watching this show in like horror pretty much, but my FOMO is too strong. So I'm going to keep going. Also, I did see the episode. It was episode 12 that Paige DeSorbo from Summer House made an appearance. I talked about this, I think, on Tuesday. She's wearing this like suede turtleneck dress in Fiji, by the way, where she wore this apparently on a Summer House after show that wound up like they must have axed it because we saw like 1 or 2 episodes in this last season and then they just stopped airing it, which I thought was so weird, and we've never got an answer on that. But Paige had that same dress during the after show. It didn't get enough airtime. I'm here for re-wearing outfits. However, I think the turtleneck and suede may have been a bad choice because I mean, this is not funny, but she wound up passing out and not finishing the challenge that they were doing. And you could see like the host, he was like, I'm going to take over for Paige. They didn't like say what happened, but in this article from People, they describe what was going on. Paige, I think she's overworked. She said she like had just landed and wasn't even there for like 24 hours yet. She wound up passing out. Like she tried to push through it, but couldn't do it, I guess. Not paid by anyone said that choice was ridiculous and I am supposed to take fashion advice from her. Oh my God, you're too funny. Yeah, I mean, I like the dress, but Fiji is probably not the place for that. Suede turtleneck. Max said she has a lot on her plate. This dress is the equivalent of drinking warm milk in hot weather. It's just giving me Anchorman vibes. But poor Paige. Okay. Back to the tweets. Huda is so scary. I was scared of her in like episode 1, but it just continued to intensify with every single episode. And for those of you who are watching, you know what I mean. Like, oh my God, she is scary. Also, why did the majority of people vote for her to stay versus the guy who was wearing the S&M stuff in this picture? Why did they get rid of him? Huda is like, she's lost her goddamn mind. She's scaring everyone. She's just going off on Jeremiah. I think the minute she started calling him a bitch, it should have ended. Like she was going off. Max said Huda sounds masculine. Yeah. She was like, what really concerned me was when she's like, you didn't finish your food. Men have to finish their food. Like, what? Excuse me? Oh my gosh. Somebody on Instagram wrote, it's giving Stassi white turtleneck bathing suit. Talking about Paige's dress. Oh my God, that is too funny. Not paid by anyone said, I think producers wanted her to stay for toxicity ratings. Are they allowed to do that? Max said, which housewife would you compare to Huda? I would say the clinginess maybe at a Shannon Bedore level of like when a woman should know to walk away, like that is very similar. Huda is like Shannon in that way. Like, he doesn't like you. You need to talk to other men. Her temper, oh man, her temper is up there with like maybe could be almost Teresa Giudice. Not that intense. She hasn't had enough airtime to be compared to Teresa Giudice. But the way she's just yelling, yeah, I feel like she is a little Teresa-ish. And then, yeah, that's mostly all we're getting from Huda. She's a stage 5 clinger. Yeah, and I said in a tweet, someone needs to save Jeremiah from Huda. He's in more danger now than he has ever been. I feel so bad for him. He like really, Max said Jen Shaw vibe. Yeah, it could be Jen Shaw level. Maybe not as bad. We didn't get like the physical part yet. She's not like slamming anything or, she hasn't gone that far yet, but she could. I don't know. We've got a new episode tonight, so we'll see. Also, this is, I think, the part that's hilarious about this show. Because again, I'm a newbie. I didn't know that we, America, were voting. I had no idea. So apparently, when the 3 new bombshells came in, there were like, I think 2 guys and 1 girl. They paired up the new girl with Jeremiah, who has been whipped by Huda. And even he actually seemed like he was not happy about that. But then after it happened, with her whole crash out, it was like a blessing. And I just think America, whoever is voting, is so messy with this. Like, you all knew Huda was gonna lose her mind. And she did bad. I was like, oh my God. And then I started thinking about the whole concept of this show. I'm like, this is why people are so into it, I think, is because this is kind of like Truman Show, but they know that they're on the Truman Show because we are all watching. They're even talking about it. They're like, I don't know. Maybe America knows something that you don't know, Huda, which is so funny because I'm like, they're trying to rationalize it. They don't understand what's going on because they have no outside connection, which I wish they did, because imagine if they got like 10 minutes a day to go through tweets about themselves and they're in their confessional, like reading it. I would die. That'd be so hilarious. But again, going back to why I think this show is so popular is because there's an interactive portion to this show. It's not just a show we watch. We're watching it real time and we get to be a part of it, and that's just too funny to me. This is like the adult version of Twitch, I feel like, because all the kids, they go on Twitch because they like watching people play games. They like have their favorite gamers. This is like us watching our favorite gamers and voting for our favorite gamers. It's so the whole concept is hilarious to me, and I kind of love it. I think more shows should be like this because it makes it more fun. Okay. Wait a minute. Before we move on, Jungle Boogie said, has Casa Amor happened yet? What is Casa Amor? I don't know what to expect. I just know that I'm disgusted by how much they kiss each other. And like, doesn't Nick have a cold sore? My kid told me that she watched last season, and by the end, they were they all like had acne and had cold sores all over. Excuse me, I've never had a cold sore in my life. If I was stuck on an island and in a house with these people, I would be very upset. And like, do you have to kiss everyone? Is that part of your contract? Because I would be shaking hands. I actually want to do like a spoof of like real people going on Love Island and being like, what the fuck is going on here? You want me to kiss you right now? Are you insane? Like, that's nuts. And then in the confessional, you have a real person being like, I'm scared. I don't like this. This is weird. Huda and Jeremiah think they're in love. They just met 5 minutes ago. Like, what is happening? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Oh my gosh. Oh, not paid by anyone said, I wish instead of Paige, Countess Luann should have went for a cameo there. For one, we know she knows how to date and would have been dressed in a bikini. Oh, yes, she would. Luann. Yeah, she just told me she would. Cardboard cutout, Luann. I don't have a DJ Meredith Marks cut out yet. Not paid by anyone said, where is Meredith's cutout? Working on it. I'm right on top of that, Rose. Okay, anything else about Love Island before we move on? Okay, let's move on to Bride Hard. So I have not seen this movie yet. I've seen the trailer. I was supposed to get a screener to this yesterday. I'm hoping I get it today, but it's out in theaters tomorrow, Friday, June 20th. And I've been waiting. Like sometimes I get sent the trailers for some screeners and I'm like, yeah, I'll watch a screener and I'm not that excited. But this is the first one where I'm like, where is my screener? I've been waiting for this one. I just feel like it's going to be hilarious because Rebel Wilson is hilarious. And it's got the other girl from Pitch Perfect in it, the blonde, the really uptight one with the one who pukes all over the place. You guys know what I'm talking about if you're Pitch Perfect fans. And I don't know if these are supposed to be the same characters as in Pitch Perfect or not. I don't think so, but they in the trailer, it almost made it seem like maybe. I don't know. I'll circle back. Okay. So yes, check out Bride Hard in theaters on Friday, June 20th. Let's move on to Bravo, quote unquote, news. Here we have a picture of Mother Lindsay Hubbard on Instagram. She posted BFFRB. What? Be fucking for real? Is that what it's supposed to be? I'm old. I don't know. Of course I'm coming back this summer. Dancing girl emoji. It's just going to look a little different for me since I'm a whole ass mom now. Yeah, I wonder what that's going to be like. Also, Imral posted. I don't think he really needed to. I think we all kind of knew that he was going to go, but he's not coming back. And I asked him why in DMs, and he responded to me. But I don't feel comfortable, like, sharing DMs. So I'm going to see if maybe he wants to come on the show and talk about it. Would you guys want him to talk about it? I do. Okay. Let's go. What's next? Oh, gosh. Actually, I should have put this near Next Gen NYC. Saw this on Bywig. Hello, Drama. Kim Zolciak's money woes revealed. Housewives star owes more than $1.8 million in taxes and fees. This is from dailymail.com. Yikes. I mean, we kind of all knew how bad Kim was with money and that she may potentially have some kind of gambling issue. I don't want to like label anyone, but and then on Next Gen NYC, we've heard Ariana Bierman say that her parents spent all her money. This is giving Jax Taylor. This may be why they just recently got kicked out of their home that was foreclosed on. And I think I saw something about Kim and Croy not going through with the divorce again. And I just can't, like, it's disturbing to watch them. I'm here for Ariana these days. That's it. I'm rooting for Ariana. This woman is a mess. Okay. All right. Is anyone wondering how my gut is doing? Because it's doing great. And I think a lot of that has to do with Rise Mushroom Coffee. And I've been saying this almost every live stream. It has made my gut health significantly better. I don't have as much gas. I also feel like my belly is a lot flatter. And I can't prove this, but I'm pretty sure it has helped with my immune system, because normally I would have gotten sick during this seasonal weather change because it's like 90 degrees out today. But with the allergies, I have a lot of allergies. So I'm shocked that I didn't get sick. I can't like prove that it's from Rise, but I feel like maybe it has something to do with it. It claims to help with your focus. I mean, I feel like I'm always focused. So yeah, I think it's not harming my focus. And then energy support. I have issues with my energy support all around. And I don't know, maybe it's helping with that, but I need like more help. Maybe I just need a little more caffeine. Maybe I should use 2 scoops. We'll see. But if you are interested in trying out Rise, which I highly recommend, head to risesuperfoods.com and use Jenny Blaze 15 in the promo code for 15% off. The link is in the show notes. Let's get to our shows, shall we? Bravo TV lineup. The Valley. Let's start with this mess. The Valley Season 2, Episode 10, You've Been Served. Jax completes his 30-day program but becomes upset when he finds out about the party at Britz's. The guys take Jax to a welcome home dinner that leads to a confrontation between Jason and Danny. Zack's boyfriend Benji arrives, and Zack throws him a welcome party, during which the tension between Nia and Janet comes to a head. Jax is blindsided by a special delivery. Okay, so many things wrong with the Valley. Let's see. Before we get into the episode, actually, I should have waited to read the episode description. Let's talk about the reunion looks that came out. Let's see. Right here, we got Michelle and Jasmine. Michelle has her hair down, wavy, very mermaid-like, with a strapless, ivory-colored, long dress. I feel like when women are in, by the way, she looks beautiful. Everyone looks gorgeous. I feel like when women start wearing white a lot, when they're in a relationship, they're trying to cue their significant other. Like, look at me. I'm ready to get married. Come on. We all know this, right? This is like a universal thing. And I feel like Michelle may be doing that for Aaron. But I don't know what the status of their relationship is. On the next episode, it looks like Aaron may be in the hot seat a little bit. We'll see. Jasmine, she looks great. She has on this like almost looks kind of like a wrap dress, but it's long sleeve with a collar at the neck, like a button down, and has like cuff sleeves. But then it's got a huge slit in the front. She's got like her leg out. She looks really good. I don't really have much to comment on that. Then we have Danny and Nia. I think they're always so cute. Don't forget Nia's very pregnant here. So she's holding her belly. She's got a white asymmetrical dress on that's like ruched and has this like sash going down the one shoulder. She looks like a beauty pageant queen. She always looks stunning. Then we got Danny, dark side Danny. He looks good. I don't really have anything to say about him. I feel like because he's wearing almost, it looks like white jeans maybe with like these brown suede boots. The boots are kind of heavy, but they're all right, I guess. And then we have like a beige colored sports jacket or blazer, whatever you can call it. Guys, there's not much that guys can do, I feel like, when it comes to their looks. He looks fine, I guess. He looks good. Then we have these pictures together are so funny because they're disproportionate. So Jason looks really tiny and Janet looks really gigantic with them next to each other. But I would say that Jason and Janet probably look the best. And I know people don't like that because they hate Janet and Jason, but I can't lie. Jason is wearing an all black suit. I don't know if he has a tie on, but it's like all black. I love that. And then Janet has this like brownish color. I don't know. The color, I'm making it sound ugly by saying brownish, but it's pretty. And it's like a halter, but like the halter goes down and has a loop. And then there's like a sash that goes around the waist that covers part of that loop. I don't know. It's just, you got to look at it. It's very, very pretty, I think. What else? Not paid by anyone said, why is Michelle posing like a bride? I told you, because I think she's subconsciously trying to signal to Aaron, like, it's time to get married. Max said, Danny has the Carl outfit. Yeah, very Carl, like white jeans, tight white pants. Oh my gosh, not paid by anyone said, I don't like Janet's look. Really? I think she looks stunning. What if you just cover her face? Then would you like it? Okay, let's move on. Then we got Jax and Zack. I'm sorry, but this is the feud that I've been waiting for. I love Jax versus Zack. I should say Zack versus Jax because Zack is the number one guy. Let's get that straight. He annihilated Jax Taylor in that kitchen. In this episode, don't forget, Jax just gets out of quote unquote rehab and he doesn't even ask to see Cruz, but he makes sure he goes to get Botox. He gets a haircut. Did he get tan too or something? Did he get self-tanner or spray tan? That is so obnoxious. And then he's talking to Jesse saying, Jesse's just giving him an update. Oh, yeah, Zack, I told Zack he could have a party at my house for Benji. And Jesse's like, well, or not Jesse, Jax is like, well, I'm going. Like, what? Why are you forcing yourself into this party? It just, for me, feels like the only reason is to be on camera and to get attention. It's just exhausting. But as far as the reunion looks, Jax looks like Jax, same old. I mean, blue blazer, white shirt, white pants, white sneakers. Zack looks very sophisticated with his striped suit. I don't know how to describe his look, but he looks like he's very businessy. I don't actually love Zack's look, but I just love Zack, so I'm here for it. Max said Zack is bringing it. Not paid by anyone said Zack is the number one guy in the group. I agree. Ooh, Max said Jax should have been on a Zoom. Yes, I agree. We need to. I'm pissed at Alex Baskin. He's trying to like justify why Jax is on our screens. And he's like, well, this is Brittany's story. And, you know, it's a part of her story. It may be dark, but we don't want to deny Brittany of her story. Shut the hell up, Alex. You know goddamn well that we don't need to be airing home videos of Jax from quote unquote rehab. It's so obnoxious. I check out mentally. And if I was executive producer of a show, a reality show, and people are saying I check out mentally when one of the people on the show is on the screen, I feel like that would be a red flag. I can't stand it. Adulting by default said he's trying to prove that it's his show. I can't be more annoyed. Not paid by anyone said, did you hear that the plan to take down Danny and Nia was originally Jax's? When he went to rehab, Jason and Janet carried on with it. Wait, where'd you hear that? And I believe that because I remember the first negative tea I've ever seen or heard about Danny and Nia. And don't forget, like, I love Danny and Nia. The fact that they met at church is like everything. My mother would love that. But I do remember before season 2, Jax tweeted or commented something on social media. He knows what he's doing when he does this because we pick it up, obviously. He said something like these two have more issues than anyone knows about, or I don't know, some bullshit. And I'm like, ugh, here goes Jax again. But I don't know. If the only thing is that Danny gets drunk sometimes, then I think this is stupid. I mean, yeah, what he did with Jasmine and her fiance, I don't want to downplay that, by the way. Like, I know people are getting upset because they hate Janet and everyone loves Nia and Danny, and I do too, but I don't want to normalize or downplay what Danny did to Jasmine and to Jasmine's fiance, because I know saying sexual assault is like very triggering for one, but also it's like a very harsh way of putting it, but it's true. What Danny did to Jasmine's fiance, that is sexual assault. And if anyone were to do that to any of my daughters, yeah, I'm going to be pissed. And I've had this happen to me before, and it is sexual assault. It doesn't matter who it comes from. And I know like some people are like, yeah, he was drunk and blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, I get that, but that doesn't mean that we negate the experience. So I just want to be careful with that because, well, and like I said, I like Danny and Nia. So like, this is a tough situation. I think he needs to be held accountable. But overall, I do like him. I don't know. I'm still like kind of sketched out about the whole situation, but we'll see. Let's see what is going on in the comments. Max said it's LVP's fault. She's also the executive producer who doesn't know about her own show. Is she an executive producer on the Valley? That's weird. Not paid by anyone said. Also, his demeanor in the confessional saying it feels good to have the heat off of me. Did Jax say that? He would. Not paid by anyone said, I heard in one podcast, can't remember, but it totally makes sense because where is Janet when it comes to holding Jax accountable in that phone call? The juxtaposition of how Jax defended Brittany. Yeah, it's weird that Janet and Jason are so team Jax when he's completely moronic. Like, why would anyone stick up for Jax. It's weird. Not paid by anyone said, compared to how emotional Janet got hearing Jax's lies. If I was Brittany, I would question Janet's loyalty. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't want to take away what you guys feel about Janet. Like, I know people don't like her. I don't know why she doesn't really bother me that much. I don't get that mad. I mean, I don't love her. I'm not like, oh, I love Janet. And I see why people don't like her, but I also don't see why people are like, oh, I can't stand her. I mean, I kind of see that, but I'm not there. So I'm just like, oh, this is interesting. Clearly they are doing Jax bid to secure spot on the show. Max said Janet is love to hate. Okay. Let's go back to these reunion looks. We have Luke and Kristen. Kristen is also pregnant at the reunion. She looks beautiful. She's wearing like a maternity floral dress in a dark green. Not much to say there. Luke looks like Luke. He's got a blue suit on, white shirt, white sneakers, prepping for dad mode. And then we have Jesse with his weird ass pants. Did he get these in Capri? You know, I grew up in the same generation as Jesse Lally, and I know goddamn well that he had a Capri Sun in his life. So for him to say Capri is just obnoxious. And these pants look like they belong on a couch from the 80s. They're like floral. What is he doing? God, I can't stand him. All right, let's go through this episode. I already said this today. I don't listen when Jason Couchy is talking. I just check out. I don't care what he says. I don't believe anything he says. No, not listening. Also, we hear, and we don't know both sides. Well, we heard both sides on the show, but apparently Michelle's mother is not doing well. Her health is not doing so great, and she wanted Isabella to spend time with her grandmother before she passes away. Apparently, Jesse said no to that. We don't know all the details. And then later on, he says, of course I would if I knew that. I didn't know. And also, I think he did know, and I think he still said no. The reason is because he's then going on about, I think we need to teach Isabella about death before we just put her in that environment, which I don't disagree with. But I do think that Jesse did say no, because he probably gave some demands like, only if we both sit down and have a discussion with Isabella, which I'm not against. I think that's a good idea for her age and like what's going on with the situation and everything. But I feel like he probably just said, no, it has to be this way or else it's a no. And he's trying to rationalize it and say, like, of course I want her to spend time with her grandmother. I just want this to happen first. He says it in a way that's like, I'm a good dad to whoever he's talking to and explaining it to. But then I think behind closed doors, he's talking to Michelle in a different way. Not paid by anyone said, I hope they call him out on his performative good fatherhood. Good father and emotionally, financially abusive husband are mutually exclusive. Yeah, I said this before. I don't think Jesse is a good dad, because if he was a good dad, he wouldn't be doing this to Michelle, because it impacts Isabella. That's her mom. And I 100% believe that he's financially abusing Michelle. Not paid by anyone said he wants a taped moment of him and Michelle talking about death on camera again. Performative father. Yeah, he just makes me so sick. Ugh. That's why when Michelle says Jesse is worse than Jax. I think this is what she means. Like, Jax would just be like, no, fuck your dead mom or whatever. Like, Jax would just be blatantly awful and abusive like that. Whereas, like, Jesse, probably behind closed doors when it's just him and Michelle, he probably does say, maybe not say exactly those words, but like have that same kind of attitude and delivery towards her, and then rationalizes it later by saying like, well, because I want the best for Isabella and she needs to understand about death first. Like, ugh, he's a covert abuser, in my opinion, I think. And obviously I don't know everything. I'm just going off of what I'm observing. What else happened? What did I see? There was a post or something that said, or was it on the show? I think, was it maybe Michelle? Somebody said something about Jesse not liking the audience's perception of him, and him doing something because we said we don't like whatever. I wish I had the receipts right now so I could explain it better. But that, when I saw that, I'm like, everything is a production. This is not authentic at all when it comes to Jesse Lally. So Jax comes back. I guess he is not quitting drinking. He seems exactly the same as he did before he went into rehab. This whole welcome home or welcome out of rehab party that they had, this dinner party, was awful. Oh my God. I'm like, is this a welcome home get together, or is this an intervention for Darkside Danny? It was strange. It was like wild that Jax, his first time hanging out with this group out of rehab, he's turning the tables and pointing fingers at Danny for his drinking. Like, what? You're insane. Oh my gosh. But then I love the scene with Brittany and Kristen where you can tell Brittany is done. She is fed up. She is not hiding anything for him anymore. She talks about how he didn't quit drinking. Then she drops this bomb. This is too funny. Jax has a burner account with the username Frank_Dremen_. Excuse me. And I had to pause it when they showed all the comments because the producers popped up like a bunch of comments that he's commented with this burner account. I'll read them to you. It says 30 days equals 4 weeks. Maybe you need rehab, doll. The next one is called clickbait, honey. ... The next one, not a fan of that new girl. She looks thirsty to be on TV. Who the hell is he even talking about? Someone said maybe Jenna Willis, but I'm like, Jenna Willis is essentially an OG. She's been in like many episodes of Vanderpump Rules. So Jax is dumb. The next comment he left, 30 days is more than a week. Yeah, we know. Then the last one, this is when this sealed the deal for me. He wrote, people literally separate every day. Reality stars are no different. What's your point? The no that he wrote is the KNOW no, not NO no. And that's when I knew without a shadow of a doubt that this is Jax Taylor / Jason Couchy, because immediately I thought back to Coachella this year. April 13th, 2025 at 5:33 p.m., Jax Taylor tweeted, "We get it. You're in Coachella. Nobody cares. KNOWBOTY." Jax, you are so bad at this. And this is what I mean. Like, his behavior, this behavior right here is just awful, obviously, but it's so blatant, and he's not smart enough or covert enough to hide it. So that's why it's like, oh my God, of course Jax looks worse. But with Jesse, I don't think Jesse is this dumb. He just knows how to hide it better. So that's why I do kind of think that Jesse is worse. Jack said, also, this is hilarious. Jack said that he picked Frank Drebin because it's the name of Leslie. What's his name? Whatever the main character's name is in Naked Gun. And then somebody commented and said, that's how stupid he is. It's not even Frank Drebin, it's Frank Dremib or something. Wait, Drepid? I need to look it up now because I did Google it before. Naked Gun Frank. What's his name? Frank Drebin. Drebin. Oh, Jax. Dead giveaway. Oh my gosh. Not paid by anyone said that dinner is just proof that takedown Danny was Jax's plan. It was a bad dinner. Worst dinner party ever. Like, all I could think of is Sonia on Roni. Was that the same episode that Leah threw a ravioli on Ramona's face? I'm thinking of Sonia with the little squash on her ears yelling, worst fucking dinner party ever. That's how I felt watching that scene of their intervention for Dark Side Danny. Oh my gosh. Just Kelly is here. Who has learned absolutely nothing from therapy and rehab? Jax the Menace Taylor. Yeah, he is a menace. Seriously. Another thing that we found out, and I mentioned this already, Jax didn't even try to see Cruz, but was forcing himself into this party for Benji when Zack doesn't even like him. Well, you're my friend, Jesse, so I'm going. Like, what? So crazy. We saw Schwartz, Tom Schwartz, or as I like to call him, Warts, or what he should be called, Wussy Pussy. He arrives at this party and Jax comes right after him and he goes, I don't know who he told, but he goes, I just want to let you know for the record, I did not come with him. And I just couldn't help but think like how much of a battered wife Wussy Pussy is. He's got Jax living right next to him now. Don't forget Katie Maloney telling Tom Schwartz that he is every serial killer's wet dream during the season 10 Vanderpump Rules reunion. And it's true. Look at Jax just moved right in next to him, hanging out with him all the time. They're on Watch What Happens Live together. They're doing like bar appearances together or whatever. It's exhausting. Schwartz, you need to learn how to break up with people. Also, Schwartz on Watch What Happens Live said that he still has Joe blocked. He said, I may unblock her someday soon. And he said it like, he is messing with this girl. Like, don't say that. Joe is the last person he should be saying that about. He's giving her false hope and she will take any glimmer. So don't give it to her. It's like, oh my God, he's messing with her so bad. So yeah, this is my tweet about Jesse after he starts saying, of course I want Isabella to spend time with her grandmother before she dies. I still feel like Jesse is manipulating the whole situation. I don't think he's being that flexible in parenting Isabella. I'm not buying it. Oh, yes. So that moment with Zack and Jax in the kitchen was so great. Not only did Zack stick up for Brittany, he said, no, she doesn't want to talk to you because Jax was like, I want to just talk to Brittany before I go. Zack put him in his place called out his rehab being, yeah, I'm sure it was a fucking resort. Jax is like, he tried to keep it together. And I'm actually surprised that he didn't lose his mind. Maybe because he knew that he was losing the battle, but Zack annihilated him. Zack even started laughing at like giggling when Jax was talking. And I think that really pissed off Jax. And he's like, that's when he's like, it's my show, my show, my show. And Zack had the perfect clap back. He goes, well, it wasn't for the last 30 days. Yes, Zack, get him. So Jax finally surrenders. He retreats. He leaves. Zack yells out the window, you can all unclench your buttholes. Jax Taylor's left the building. Yes, Zack, we love you. Also, didn't Jax learn the last time he called a reality show his show was to Lisa Vanderpump, and then he was canned the next season, wasn't he? See, Max said, yes, Jax is still Jackson. Schwartz was very uncomfortable. Oh, they're talking about Watch What Happens Live in the comments. Max said Watch What Happens Live was very cringy. I know Andy got a lot of heat about Jax. No, seriously, it's enough with Jax. Well, I really don't want to see him at BravoCon. Also, WTF, Jax threw away a picture of Brittany's father with Cruz. It wasn't even just a picture of Brittany's father. It was a picture of his son. Why is he like this? He needs to go. And then I mentioned this already, how they're living next door to each other. They're way too close. Like, I fear for Schwartz, but don't feel bad for him either. On the after show, so Jax gets served divorce papers in the episode. On the after show, they replayed that scene, and the way that he was talking after he got served just made me feel like he was almost happy to get the papers. And I feel like he was purposely sabotaging things so Brittany would have to be the one to file for a divorce so that he could make himself look like a victim. Like, oh, I did everything. I'm trying, but she wants to get a divorce. It's not me. I want to be married. Yeah, you want to be married, but you don't want to be a husband. He sucks. Oh, and then the whole Botox thing. I am a 43-year-old woman. I have never gotten Botox in my life. Why does a 45-year-old man who hasn't seen his son prioritize Botox over his son? That is insane to me. I don't get it. Jax, get it together. You're probably listening because you're whack job. This is not for you to hear, by the way. Then on Watch What Happens Live, again, we had Jax on with Schwartz, and I guess Peacock didn't release that episode yesterday. People were DMing me like, oh, where is it? Oh my God, I need to see the part where they did the polls and all that stuff. So I did post on social media that little clip because I DVR this stuff. So if they don't post it on Peacock the next day, we can still go back. And so I did go back and I posted Jax's reaction when everyone said they're on Brittany's side and that basically he sucks. And I guess I don't listen to what Jason Couchy says. Anything that comes out of his mouth, I don't believe. So it's like, what is the point? I'm not going to waste any brain capacity on this man. But I guess he said something about Kristen, like, oh yeah, and I told Kristen, blah, blah, blah. Zack tweets during Watch What Happens Live. They wrote at Bravo TV, at Bravo Watch What Happens Live. Hey, this is Kristen on Zack's Twitter. Don't say my name. Keep me out of your bullshit. I love that so much. She's probably like breastfeeding. Zach's like sitting next to her. They're watching, and she's like, "What? He just said mine. Zach, tweet this." I got both her hands full, like holding her boobs and like or pumping. I don't know. And Zach's like, "Okay." It was giving Will Smith. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Loved it. So funny. All right, let's move on to next Gen NYC. Oh, I want to share with you all something wonderful. Did I manifest this? I think I did. So if you remember, about 2 months ago, I got a PR package from Below Deck Down Under. It was sick. It had like this really nice luggage in it. It had custom, it had my initials on it. They had custom cookies, custom chocolates, a candle, all this amazing stuff. And on top of it, they gave this big tub of potato chips that are Bonilla a la Vista. I'd never heard of these potato chips, but then I looked it up and like they're like super fancy potato chips. And I was like, what? I am not going to just eat these like normal potato chips. So in my mind, I was like, you know what would be amazing with this is Meredith Marks Caviar. And so I asked Meredith, which one do you recommend that I start with? And so she sent me a PR package and I got to try 3 different Meredith Marks Caviar. I've never done like a caviar tasting like this. And I just did this yesterday, by the way. So I didn't know what to expect. I actually, in my mind, my expectation was this is going to be like when I choose 3 different types of oysters, usually like one of them, I'll be like, ugh, this is awful. But then there'll sometimes be one that I'm like, oh my God, this is the one. Let's get more of these. And I thought it was going to be like that, but I tried all of them and they were all delicious, but they were also like very distinct in their own way. And I highly recommend, I think I like the Osetra the most, but the white sturgeon was also really good. And then what was the other one? Beluga, I think. They were all really, really good. So I highly recommend. Yes, DJ Meredith Marks. We love her. I have some things here too. Hello, DJ Meredith Marks. Okay. Should I put on the bangs? I usually get more viewers when I wear the bangs. Look at this PR package. So it comes with 3 different samples and a mother of pearl spoon with the Meredith Marks logo on it. And then I don't know what you call these things, but it has like a gold thingy that you use to open up the tins. And I just love. Max said, I saw on her website, it's $159 for the 3 different caviars. Yes, and it's good. It's delish. I think for special occasions, I'm going to order more. Yay, I love it. And she has another kind on there that's not in the sampling. Sorry, I had to just extend TikTok. Yeah, so I might try that one next. Just Kelly said, love that for you, Jenny. Caviar and chips sounds delish. It was so good. I ate it all last night. Look at that. Yum, 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 yum. Put it on a chip. Okay, I need to, before I start talking about this episode, I just want to share this one video of DJ Meredith Marks. Finally.
Fashion people in Utah just don't understand.
I hope I don't get in trouble. Copyright. Go DJ Meredith. We love that. Yes, Meredith. We love you. DJ Meredith Marks. So this episode was interesting. Also, I just want to mention that I love this show. I love Next Gen NYC, which I like to refer to as DJ Meredith Marla Marks' new show. We need more of Marla going forward. But Seth is in this episode a lot. And I love the Marks family, but I'm not a huge fan of Seth. And I will suffer through for the sake of the Marks family, but he always he just knows how to make everything so uncomfortable and cringy. And he did not hold back when he was with Brooks. And although I did find it endearing that he was like, I want to be closer to you, like the way you are with your mother. He's like, what's your sex life like? And he's like, I'm not going to tell you. And he goes, do you tell your mom? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, well, I want to be a mother. And I just thought that was so funny that he's jealous of Meredith. You should be. She's amazing. So yeah, Seth wants to be a mother. Speaking of parents, Charlie hates his father. Like a lot, I think. Unless this is like editing, but even then I believe he hates his father because he has dropped hints in the first episode already, and he may have even dropped hints. Are we on episode 3? Which episode are we on? This is episode 3. Daddy issues and poolside tissues. Maybe I should read the episode description. Brooks attempts father-son bonding with Seth, but their heart-to-heart turns into a grilling session. Charlie's family lunch gets uncomfortable when his mom's boyfriend spills a tea. At Gia's pool party, Charlie's apology backfires, leaving Riley in tears, Ava furious, and Charlie planning an escape. I also have tea on Charlie. This is like Charlie is making the most chaos, I think, out of this entire cast, which is kind of surprising because he's not even like a Housewives kid. Like you are doing a lot. Don't forget, before the show even started airing, he was seen on camera. There's pictures of him. He was at the scene of the crypto torture incident that happened in New York City. Some are saying that he lived there, but I don't know if he lived there. And I think the article that I saw said that he would often hang out at that place and sometimes sleep over. I don't know how close he was. I don't know who's responsible for the torturing, but is Dylan involved in it? That's what I want to know. Also, and the other friend, what's his name? Shia? Why aren't we wearing shoes or washing our hands on DJ Meredith Mark's show? Why? This is New York City, the most disgusting place. And I love that Gia said what she really feels, because I feel the same way about New York City that she does. Like, I love New York, but I live there and I would not want to live there again. It does smell like urine and feces. I won't even go into the subway anymore because I'm just so gross now. I don't want to. Like, if I live there, it'd be different, but I don't. So when I visit, I'm like, no, I'm not going down there. Especially in the summer, it's like you're breathing in like urine that's evaporating because it's so fucking hot and it's in the air and you're like breathing it in. It's so gross. This is why New York City got hit the hardest with COVID. And I blame it on Georgia, who refuses to wash her hands. Like, what the fuck? Just Kelly said, for the love of God, wash your hands. Seriously, why are these kids no shoes? You're nasty. Nasty. Okay, this was like so wild. At one point, Seth Marks FaceTimes Charlie, and I'm like, horrified. Why are you doing this? One, that's your son's friend. Two, this kid just went out with your daughter. I don't know. Should I be more like that as a parent? I don't want to call any of my kids' friends and grill them and ask to meet with them. I mean, granted, Charlie is an adult. He's 29, so it's not like he's a child. But still, I don't know. Why are we doing this? Max said, Charlie and Brooks are not that close of friends. I mean, clearly, if he's talking like that about his sister. Also, there were a couple people that I don't know if they showed what their names were, but there were people I didn't know on the Sprinter van on the ride from hell into Jersey. We love a Sprinter van moment. We should just have a show. Actually, that's what MTV Road Rules was. It was like they were all living in a RV and traveling around. That could be a show. Actually, Kim Zolciak did that. Yikes. I still am loving Ariana and Hudson. Like, they are my favorite couple, and I just love Ariana so much. I feel like she's the main character. I am rooting for Ariana. I feel so bad that she has an awful mother. She must also feel bad. Like, don't forget Kim and Croy, they're going through all these financial issues and they still have 4 young kids that they have to take care of. I don't know, like, where are they living? What is going on? I'm worried about them, but I blame Kim. Mike Haas said Road Rules was awesome. It really was, right? I kind of want it to come back. Or maybe they should do like Ultimate Girls Trip Luxury RV Edition. I don't know if any of the women would go. But yeah, Ariana and Hudson are so cute. They brought their laundry to do it at Gia's house. I love that. It's like we get to see young people like really trying to live in New York. Even though they have a hotel, they probably could have paid for laundry at the hotel, but whatever. Why not save a couple bucks? Haul your laundry to Jersey if you need to. And in Jersey, I know people don't like Teresa, but this scene was so funny to me because Teresa is being such a cringy mom in this scene. She FaceTimes Gia and she's like, oh, okay, you're going to put the pizza in the oven? She's like, yeah, we're going to put it in the oven. Like, what do you think? I think Teresa's just so excited that like her oldest is having like her first party and being like a hostess for a show. Teresa's so funny. I could watch Teresa like this. I mean, in small doses, I could watch her like this for years and years. Just because, like, we've seen her give birth to these kids. And now these kids are like on TV. They're their own main characters now. It's too funny. It's anthropology, y'all. Even if you don't like Teresa, this is anthropology. Okay, what else? What else? Okay, here we go. Charlie. I saw this on Reality Blurb. Next Gen NYC star Charlie Zakor's 2023 bankruptcy is uncovered as he claimed he was unemployed with just $1,500 and no assets. I need to know more about this. Why did he go bankrupt if he gets an allowance? Did his allowance not cover his rent? I'm confused. What's going on here? Like, what bills does he have where he needs to file for bankruptcy? I'm confused. Does he own anything? Could he not pay his rent? That's the only thing I can think of. Weird. Did he go bankrupt from his crypto business? I don't know how that works. Like, I'm so confused. Oh, I did put this Kim Zolciak thing under next Gen NYC. Let's move on. Anything else on next Gen NYC before we move on to Real Housewives of Miami? Let's see. Mike Ha said, I can't get into this show. Rich kids being spoiled. I know. I kind of love it though. I love seeing the Nepo babies fight. I love how they're very fragile because they don't have real world experience and they're Nepo babies. So they just, everything is interesting for me to watch. Like when Charlie was getting all bitchy with Ariana and Hudson at that club or whatever, I'm like, this is how Nepo babies act. I kind of love it. I kind of love watching them be unhinged, silly, like, it just kind of makes me feel better about myself for some reason. Okay. Max said Charlie and Riley fight. Yeah, so Charlie, I hope we have a reunion because Charlie needs to get annihilated. Like he demonstrated, in my opinion, a bad case of white fragility when Riley was trying to open up about, you know, her discomfort and everything. And I think that he needs to get his ass handed to him. Like, why the fuck did he say, oh, I just said sorry because she wanted me to? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, they were fighting in the Sprinter van. What else? Just Kelly said, agree, Jenny. I've stolen a line from Kate Casey whenever I'm forced to defend my love of reality TV. I'm a cultural anthropologist. This is anthropology, 100%. Okay, let's move on to Real Housewives of Miami, Season 7, Episode 2. God damn it, I love this show. We're only on Episode 2, and it's given. Love it. So this episode is called Miami Takes Milan. Lisa walks Milan Fashion Week, but finds herself in uncomfortably close quarters with Larsa. Guerdy considers reconstructive surgery for her post-cancer body. Alexia organizes a dinner for an old friend, but breaks down when she opens up about the latest in her marriage. We haven't even gotten the new girl yet. Okay, so this episode is the premiere was so good. It was so funny. The fighting between Larsa and Lisa is giving me life because it's so silly. I mean, it's not silly because I understand Lisa's side and I also kind of understand Larsa's side, but the way that they're acting towards each other is just giving me life. Like their frenemy feud in Milan is just too good. And then what else do we have? Oh my God, Alexia killed me this episode. Okay, wait. First, the producers know what they're doing. The shot that they set up when Larsa is in the car with what's her son's name? I forgot his name. But he moves to the front seat and she's like, "What? Don't leave me back here with them." And then Lisa rolls up and she's like, "We're in the same car?" And so she just kind of pokes in. She's like, "Hi." Lisa's like, "Hi." So awkward, uncomfortable, hilarious. Larsa, I know everyone hates Larsa, but I find her to be so ridiculously hilarious. Like, yeah, she's definitely wrong a lot of times, but she's so bold and like she's puts 10 toes down every time she's like feels something. And so for that, like I find her to be entertaining and hilarious. And I don't feel like like that deep of an emotional connection where I get like she's really upset me or anything. So I'm like laughing this whole time watching Larsa. I know a lot of people don't like her, but wait, is there anything else I want to talk about with Larsa? Because I want to talk about Alexia. Oh, at the fashion show, Larsa's like, she's talking to Jody and like someone at her friend. He's like, be careful with Lisa. She's a faller. And I'm like, oh my God, Larsa. Larsa is so petty. Like, I would never want to be friends with someone like Larsa because the minute you get into a fight over something, this is how she's going to act. Come on, girl. Like, we got to do better than this. I know she's mad at Lisa, but come on, that's still supposed to be your friend. And even though you're mad, I don't think it's appropriate to act so petty and shady. But for us, it's good from an entertainment level because it was kind of funny how she's like, oh, she's a faller. And then when Lisa was walking, she pulls out her huge ring light and is like taking selfies. She's so fucking rude. So rude. Oh my gosh. And then later on, they're at this like after party. Fabulous is there. F-A-B-U. Oh, did I spell it wrong? Anyways, he actually, I think I love Fabulous now because he's like, I want to be messy. I want to know what's going on with the Housewives. I think he was looking for a scene. And he got one because he's like, so what's going on? And they're going back and forth. And at first, Fabulous was like, oh, yeah, you can't be hanging out with her ex, talking about Marcus. And she's like, no, but I didn't. And she called me a bitch. And Lisa's so funny because she was like jumping in. She's like, nope, she's lying. That didn't happen. And then when Lisa was like, no, her ex, my boyfriend hung out with her ex. And that's when Fabulous was like, oh, no, then you can't be mad at her for that. That's crazy. And Lisa goes, see, if Fabulous says so, that's what it is. And that's why I love this show so much because it's so serious and so hilarious. I love it. And Larsa somehow walks away from that saying, Fabulous agreed with me. Like, no, girl, no. That's not what happened. Let's talk about Todd and Alexia. I am not like that interested in all the details, but like it is entertaining because when it was all happening real time, I wasn't paying attention closely because I'm like, what? They broke up? And then I'm like, what? They got back together. It felt like I had very much a Lisa Hochstein attitude about it. Like, I'm not going to leave a real party for your fake breakup. That's how it feels with Todd. I don't know. But at this dinner, this is supposed to be a birthday dinner for Alexia's friend. They started talking about Todd. Oh my God. I need to watch this scene again because it was so good. Alexia is emotionally torn. It's visible. She's like, I love him. I wish this didn't happen. I love him. But then she like starts to turn and she's like, but I don't know. Like he didn't like the show. And I told him I would quit the show for him. And he doesn't like it because he can't control the narrative. And last time, I don't know if it was Tuesday, but I was like, oh my God, did he dump or divorce Alexia because he was embarrassed about the video he did where he apologized? Because I think that might be the case now. I was kind of joking, but now I kind of think that might be the case because she kept emphasizing Todd doesn't like that he doesn't have control of the narrative and that people can take things about him and spin it however he wants. He doesn't like being on a reality show is essentially what he doesn't like. And she said she would quit for him, but he did all this stuff anyways. Then she's like, she starts to turn as she's speaking. She's like, I don't know. Then he's got this fake rented apartment and fake rented car. I don't know. And I'm like, wait, what? She just like skipped over that part. Then she's like, she starts breaking down. She's like, I don't know. I just try to, it's hot and cold with him. One day it's good, one day it's bad. I don't know. And then that's when Marisol's like, oh, you got a narc. We've all had a narc. And I feel bad for laughing so hard, but I was dying when Alexia's like, I hate narcissists. They should all fucking die. They're terrible. They're monsters. I am sorry for laughing. They should all die, die, die. It reminded me of that movie, Just Go With It, when the daughter, the young girl, she's like really into acting. And she said, in my improv class, if anyone says no, you have to yell die to them. I just feel like, and even Marisol was like, she had a knife and she was like, because then they're all like, they're getting hyped. They're pumping her up. They're like, it was Julia who started it. She's like, and he did this all in front of Frankie. Julia knows how to really make a point to Alexia. She brings up Frankie and it's over. She's like, and he did this in front of Frankie. And then one of the other friends was like, yo, he did this in front of Frankie, bro. And then Alexia just like turned. She's like, fuck that. Fuck him. Look at this picture. I was so scared, but laughing at the same time. I have goosebumps right now just thinking about it because it was so intense and like kind of perfect for us to watch. I was like, wow, she is really torn. Look at her face. If you mention what he did to Frankie, oh, she's done. Man, I'm here for all of this. Also, by the way, this is not great news if you are an Alexia fan. Last night on Watch What Happens Live, Andy was asking her about Todd. John Mayer was a bartender, and there was like some weird flirting going on, or like attempts to, but I don't know. I just don't really like John Mayer. Anyways, on Watch What Happens Live, Andy asked, when is the last time you saw Todd? Because they are officially divorced now. And Alexia's like, well, we're still together, but not really. We're not married anymore. And he's like, well, when's the last time you slept together? And she's like, a couple days ago. And Andy's like, what? And thank God for Marisol. She's like, don't even get me started. Thank God that Marisol's not enabling her. But yikes. Alexia, I think I see now. I see her issues now. It's not so much her getting a man, it's the men that she falls in love with and what how she allows them to treat her. Because, and wow, this sucks too, because Frankie is like the one thing I feel like if you fuck with Frankie, you're fucking with Alexia and Peter. And the fact that she's still weak after knowing that he fucked with Frankie is sad to me. I don't know. What do you all think? N-Dub is here. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Max said Larsa was mean to Dr. Nicole. Larsa's mean to everybody. This is the reason Kim Kardashian distanced herself from her. Yeah. And I saw that on one of the Kardashians episodes. Larsa was like popping off. She like wanted to go hang out with dudes and stuff. And she's like being so mean to her friends. It actually reminded me of one of my former friends. I'm like, damn, she's a bitch. Like, they're still your friends. You may argue, but you don't have to be a bitch, man. Max said Kiki was stunning and telling Alexia she's a strong woman. I love Kiki Barth. Love, love, love her. Just Kelly said, I hate seeing women give up all their power for a mediocre man. Seriously, Todd sucks. Max said, insane dinner. I watched that scene again. I want to go watch it again. Like, that scene was everything. She went from like, I love him to, why did you do this to me? I hate narcissists. Yo, fuck him. It was so good. It was so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, what else? Okay, one other thing. I don't have a slide for it, so I'm going to take this down. Oops. So I'm going to take it down. I just blew it up. I have 2 videos. First, this one, don't forget, we have a Guerdy and Julia feud going on real time, I guess, over what happened in episode 1. Julia wanted to give the announcement about her adoption to all the women. Guerdy joined, but then she dropped. And then Guerdy sent text messages saying, like, is there another link? And Julia is trying to claim, like, oh, Guerdy was really cold and didn't really seem supportive, but Gertie's been dropping all the receipts. And it shows that she's like, congratulations, or what is the news? And Julia was the one who was kind of like, oh, you'll see it, kind of brush her off. So Gertie's like, what is going on? Guerdy has no idea. Guerdy just recently posted this.
Joyeux anniversaire, joyeux anniversaire.
Hold up. It's showing the wrong thing. Okay, I got this from Bravo Snark side. It says Guerdy Abrera calls out Julia Lemegova after she posted reasons as to why she is different this season. Guerdy having none of it, captioning her post, don't start a storm and then get mad when it rains. The grace period has expired. Oh my God, I'm having flashbacks of Dorit. Grace time is over, Kyle. Okay, let's see.
Joyeux anniversaire, joyeux anniversaire, joyeux anniversaire, my baby Julia, I miss you. Where the hell have you been? Joyeux anniversaire. I love you, my love. I'm in LA now, but I'm wishing you the best birthday ever. And can we get together now?
So Gertie's commenting.
It's out there.
Okay,
And she
Hold on, I'm not going to play this part of the show. But yeah, Gertie's not having any of this. Are you all Team Guerdy or Team Julia? How are we feeling? Let me know in the comments. I have one more video. This is from Brice Sander, and he interviewed Lisa Hochstein. This is about Lisa's talking about her relationship with Larsa.
She's delusional. And it was very, very disappointing to see that. I've never in my life ever had a friend or friends that I'm even having a, like a little bump in the road with, ever speak to me like that. That's not a friend. In my house at my boyfriend's birthday, I've seen her go after all of the women. She went after Nicole, went after Guerdy, went after Julia, went after Marisol in season 1, even Alexia last reunion. So I was on the back of my head, when is it my turn?
And here we are.
And here we are.
She then goes off on Jody.
I think Jody likes my ex's last name.
Okay, sorry, I'm going to cut it off there. Oh boy. I actually thought that Larsa and Lisa were going to become friends again last night. But this is a recent interview by Lisa, so I guess they're still fighting. Do we want to learn more about that? I do. What do you guys think? Okay. Mike Ha said, sorry, kind of late to the party. Did we talk about the Valley? We did. Excuse me. We did already. But you can watch the replay, and the audio is available wherever you get your podcasts. I have something in my throat. It's my allergies, I think. But what else? Max and Just Kelly are Team Guerdy. Max said, yeah, the Larsa Lisa feud continues next episode. The next episode, they show a picture of Jody's eyes. And like I said this last time, I really don't care if Jody is having a good time. Like, as long as he's doing it safely. But I am intrigued about what this blowout was that Larsa's explaining. Like, I don't even know if I can believe Larsa and how she's describing things, because she clearly is delusional. I mean, especially after that Fabulous conversation, I'm like, Larsa, how did you come to that conclusion that Fabulous is on your side? He clearly is on Lisa's side. So what can we even trust out of Larsa's mouth? Max said AC is the new pasta. It is. Who doesn't love pasta and AC? Just kidding. I don't condone anything illegal. So yeah, that's all we have for today. I want to remind you all I have a lot of reminders actually. I want to remind you all to click the subscribe button on YouTube if you haven't already. Drop a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify, and send this to your Bravo besties. If you want, oh my gosh, excuse me, sorry about that. If you want even more chaos, commentary, and receipts that are too spicy for the main feed, go to patreon.com/Bravo and Blaze. The bonus content is waiting. Grab your Bravo and Blaze lighters at bravoandblaze.com. It's the main character of your self-care ritual. Join the email list at bravoandblaze.com for sneak peeks, drops, and surprise announcements. And follow at Bravo and Blaze on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Twitter, X, Facebook, Twitch, because the mess never sleeps. One last recommendation: if you want to feel amazing and actually function while watching this much Bravo, try Rise Mushroom Coffee. It's my go-to for gut health and clarity. Use code JennyBlaze15 at checkout at risesuperfoods.com. What else? Anything else? I think that's it. Oh, I want to remind you all that tomorrow we will be live again at 12 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube with a special guest. We have Real Andy of Beverly Hills joining us. So until next time, oh my God, my throat. I'll work on getting that better for tomorrow. Stay bold, stay hydrated, stay lit, and I'll check you all later.